Hi, I'm Slack, this is Tony, and welcome to SmogVlog. Today we're going to be chatting some crap about vaping and going through the vaping news.
Welcome back. Today's vlog is only going to be a quick one for you. We're going to lead with Totally Wicked.
Yeah, so the Challenge 20 against the Article 20 of the TDP, that was handed in this week, and the court date is set for tomorrow. So yeah, 1st of October. So you know, we can't update you on that. So you're probably seeing this after this has happened. So this is probably old news by now, and hopefully you're following it, because if you're a vapor, this is really important for us. So watch this space.
So next up on the vlog for you, news article that I just didn't come across the news article the other day, but it was referenced to me in Facebook, in a group that I'm a member of. The article itself is, according to Slack, quite fucking old. The article's about the cancer-causing chemicals in e-cigarettes, and
how they're 10 times more likely to give you cancer than the actual cigarettes.
That bullshit article, yeah.
You've probably seen it doing the rounds.
Yeah.
Maybe December, January, sometime like that. It sort of surfaced. All the media got hold of it, you know, and yeah, it's been picked apart. You know, it's just shit. You know, there may be some elements of truth to it, but there's things like they're twisting the formaldehyde, and I'm not going to go into it because it's bullshit.
It was a bullshit article. Their testing methodology was completely flawed. They were testing them the same way that they test cigarettes, in as much as they put them in those puffer machines. I don't know if you've seen the puffer machines that the normal cigarettes would go into, and they would analyse what was sucked out of it. They were putting e-cigarettes in there, and they made no reference to any e-juice being in the device at all. So it was just vaping the cotton. And yeah, they're saying that it's containing formaldehyde.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, there's not enough information for it to be credible. I mean, it's just bullshit.
It got debunked fucking ages ago, but my point is not necessarily the article itself, is the fact that it was just raised to me the other day, where I had to go back to the person saying, no, this is a bullshit article, it got debunked fucking ages ago, don't worry about it. But it is these new vapors that just see these sensationalist articles with these headlines glaring at them saying 10 times as bad as regular cigarettes, and they're coming to groups and other vapors saying, well, no, this is really bad for me. I mean, I've just started it and I love it, and now I'm found out that it's fucking terrible for me. We need to do more research, people. We can't just be taking things at face value.
Yeah, I mean, while there is still a lot of unknown, you know, we do know what goes into e-juice, and we do know what goes into cigarettes. We know that there are roughly 60 cancer-causing compounds in cigarettes, and we know that there's none in, you know, e-juice. So, okay, when you superheat it, you know, there might be problems there, but you know,
with lack of any evidence for e-juice versus the quite concrete evidence for cigarettes.
Yeah, and that's it. So I mean, it's coming up to Stoptober now. Yeah, loads of people are talking about just stopping smoking. I'm just going to vape for this month, you know, see how it goes. And that's really good. I would not be put off by any of this media backlash at the moment. Certainly if you're going to use vaping as a gateway to giving up smoking, unlike me, I vape because I enjoy it, and you know, I don't want to stop. It's like I said before, it's like drinking tea. I don't want to. I like it. So,
it's just too enjoyable.
But I know people who have used vaping as a gateway to giving up cigarettes, and that's great. If you want to do that, we fully support you.
Going back to what Slack said there about Stoptober and people starting to give up, it's these sort of sensationalist headlines that are maybe causing people to think twice about it because of these bullshit articles. And this arcs back to one of our previous videos, our previous vlog, where, check it out if you haven't seen it, it's around here somewhere,
So,
where the numbers for people who viewed e-cigarettes as safe in 2010 as opposed to 2014 has dropped rapidly and markedly. It's crap.
Yeah, I mean, the truth is we still don't really know that there is research being done. With time we'll get better research, but at the moment we know for a fact that cigarettes are really bad. So, so yeah, I'm going to keep on vaping until I see some evidence that I believe that is, not just scaremongering and is accurate, and if I see that evidence, then I will stop. It's as simple as that. But at the moment, I've not seen that evidence, and yeah, so far I'm loving vaping.
The evidence that can be scrutinised, picked apart, and proven to be concrete. But until then, I'm sticking with vaping. It's brilliant. Okay, next up on the vlog for you, Scotland.
Yeah, the Scottish Health Report for 2014 was published in the last week or so. It's pretty cool. It shows that 1 in 20 people in Scotland are regular vapers. 1 in 6 have tried vaping, and what I do quite like is that only 1% of people who don't routinely smoke have tried vaping. So I think that's pretty cool. Some people interested, but it's not like suddenly being a mad craze that it's just getting loads of people. Oh, vaping's cool. Let's just do that sort of thing for someone who doesn't smoke. It's good that it's still seen as a vice, and it's not something that 100% of children have tried it or something. So I think it's quite good that it's a fairly low number that have just tried it. 1%, that's acceptable. Personally, I love vaping. I'm quite happy for everyone to try it. But if you don't need to, it is a vice. If it wasn't something you already did, smoking, something like that, then why do it? So.
Yeah, if we were meant to, it would come built in. I wish it did. For me, I fucking love it.
And while we're in Scotland still, there was another article that was published. It was entitled "School Pupils Exposed to E-Cigarettes." Yeah, so what the point of this is, they're saying that more than half of the students at this school had been exposed to some form of e-cigarette marketing. They'd seen it in shops, they'd seen it apparently on TV, they'd heard it on the radio, they'd seen posters. The thing that really annoys me about this is they've seen it in shops. What? Shops where they sell e-cigarette stuff? They'd seen it. Oh my god. It's almost like alcohol, where you can't have that until you're 18, but it's clearly on sale everywhere. You can see it everywhere. It's advertised everywhere. What's the difference?
Okay, my view on this is I'm a bit indifferent. The law's recently come in where advertising is going to be sort of banned. They're not going to be no sales to.
No, I disagree.
There's no sales to anyone under the age of 18. A lot of vape shops and people selling the stuff already had that in mind anyway. There were just a few unscrupulous types that were out to make the money, but having the law come in saying no, 18, there you go.
That's fine. I completely agree with that, actually. I'm absolutely fine with that. But the fact that they're making a big sensational issue out of the fact that kids have seen this stuff for sale, when, similarly, you can find hunting knives and guns for sale in shops,
I'll tell you what, the youth of today, they're so much different to how we were probably when we were younger.
You reckon?
I reckon they're a hell of a lot worse.
What, more brazen?
Well, they've got the fucking internet. They've got the internet.
I had an email this week from an e-juice manufacturer that I often use, saying that they were going to need to sign me up for some age verification program. Again, I find that quite weird because, alcohol you can buy on the internet, and you're having to jump for a lot more hoops with e-juice. I suppose where it's so hot, the media hate e-cigarettes. They hate everything about it at the moment, so everyone's a little bit cautious, I think.
Well, this all links back to the age verification thing. So you've got to be 18 to actually buy it. So it's not just 18 in the shops, it's actually 18 online as well. And you've got to prove that you're old enough to purchase it.
Again, I completely agree with that, but having bought alcohol online myself, I had to jump through a fuck ton less hoops. So, you know, I don't know whether this is just the individual companies handle it, they want to do it right, but it's a bit of a ball ache for everyone who is legit, you know.
Yeah. Okay, next up on the hit list for the vlog, a kid, a 14-year-old, had his e-cigarette confiscated by the school that he goes to because the school said it had a duty of care to its pupils and they had a strict no smoking policy. I emphasise the fact that they said no smoking policy. So have they had it written into the policy that there's no vaping as well? The mother didn't say anything about that, the news article didn't make any reference to it. I understand the way the article's written. I understand that the school has a duty of care to other pupils to protect them from vaping. What I take umbrage to is the fact that he's had a device confiscated from him. Since having that device confiscated, he's then gone back to start smoking his 10-a-day habit, which is
Shit.
unforgivable by the fucking school. Where's their duty of care there now?
Yeah, it's a tough one to call though, because, you know, any time now, like tomorrow, it's going to be 18 and over official on vaping. You know, at the moment it's a bit of a grey area. It's not nothing. Yeah, set. So I mean, from when the age limit comes in, but before then, you know, it's kind of a grey area, and I think confiscating the device is probably a bit harsh. However, you know, you're a school, you're perfectly within your right to ban the use of something within the school and say no, this is not allowed. Change the policy tomorrow, and you know, don't bring it in again. So you know, it could have been handled a lot better, I think.
I don't know about not bringing it in again, because if you've got a habit, you've got a fucking habit. You need
but
it.
you're 14. Like when you're 14, how
you can't bring up those sort of arguments.
Yeah, you can.
You can't.
You can. They haven't been smoking for 60 years and finding it difficult to give up.
See, this comes down to what type of smoker you are. If I didn't have a pack of cigarettes at work, I was in a fucking state, and I had to go down to the shop to pick up a deck to bring back with me to then, you know, start functioning as a person again. So we are all different as to how we need it. If he's got a 10-a-day habit, he's got a 10-a-day habit.
Yeah, but a 10-a-day habit isn't that much. Like, and
to you and me, that might not be too much. To a 14-year-old kid who's just lost his dad 2 years ago, which is the whole reason why he started smoking in the first place.
I mean, but we're not talking about a nicotine delivery habit here. I think that is a mental habit rather than a physical habit. At that age, you won't have built up enough. It depends on what, you know, if he started when he was 4, then maybe. But if he's only started recently, that's going to be more of a mental habit. You feel you need to have a cigarette.
Well, if he's 14 now, and they're saying that his dad died 2 years ago, so he started when he was 12, I think 2 years is enough of a time to build up a dependency. An article I read said you were dependent after 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know, it's maybe horses for courses. Maybe I handle this stuff better because, you know, in the past when I was giving up smoking, I had zero nicotine sort of cravings. But the act of smoking itself, which is why vaping's so good for me, just that act of smoking, I missed that. Something to do with your hands, something is the occasion, the thing, you know. But that is not the physical habit. And if it is a physical habit problem, nicotine patches, nicotine gum, you know, there are other things. While you're in school, you know, is that bad? You know, I don't know. It's
the article is kind of lacking in details, but going back to it, he's a kid, he's 14, he has a habit. These are the details that we know. He's had his e-cigarette confiscated. I don't personally view it as fair. He should have maybe, I mean, the parent, the mother should have had a sit-down conversation with the school and maybe come to some sort of arrangement with him leaving the grounds at lunchtime, being given a pass to be able to leave the grounds and vape off of the grounds so it doesn't infringe on their policy. It protects the other school kids, and he still gets the nicotine that the article says that he needs.
But then similarly, you've got the debate about, you know, the kid leaving school on school time, and you know.
Well, you can be given a pass for leaving the school grounds.
Hall pass.
Yeah. We used to be able to be given a pass, so unless the world has changed that much, I can't see a problem with it.
Yeah, I used to leave without a pass.
So did I, when I didn't have cigarettes and needed to go to the local shop to buy cigarettes.
Yeah.
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 The crux of it is, though, this story is shit. I feel sorry for the kid. He's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. He's 14, so he's probably the only kid in school that's got an electronic cigarette.
I doubt that. I mean, when I was at school, there were, I don't know how many, 1 in 10 at least smoked, I would say, probably more. If not all the time, often, you know. So, in terms of only a kid in school with an e-cigarette, I really doubt it. I really doubt it.
Well, it's the only one that's made the news article. I think ultimately what I'm saying is there's two sides of the story. The article is written surprisingly on the side of vaping. I was quite surprised about that.
Yeah, it's nice, refreshing.
Yeah, very refreshing. But hey, you know, shit happens. We learn to deal with it. Get another e-cigarette kid, and be a bit more stealthy about it.
I don't know that we should be encouraging kids to vape. Yes, it's going to be 18 and over. It's so awkward because
I understand what he's saying, that we as YouTube content providers have to be seen to be responsible and whatnot,
well, no,
but we also are people in the world. We both started smoking before we were legally allowed to start smoking. We know how it works. So this thing with install... I'm going to finish, shut up! So this legislation that's come in with, you know, preventing kids under 18 from legally allowed to be vaping, I understand it. It doesn't mean it's going to stop it. It's just going to push it underground, which it did with cigarettes.
Well, exactly, which, you know, I think I sort of agree with, because you don't want to be openly encouraging kids to smoke or vape. You know, ideally, should be doing nothing. Leave your little lungs to grow, you know. It's that simple. However, this is where it becomes awkward, because like, while I completely agree with the no vaping, no smoking before you're 18, if a kid's going to smoke, I personally feel it would be better if they vaped. So that's where it becomes awkward, you know. And if they're both illegal and they're going to do one, my choice is vaping.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't at the same time think it's right to sort of say, oh, kids should be vaping, you know, or supporting kids vaping. But real world, they're going to be doing something, and you know, lesser of two evils.
Yeah, smoking, sex, and alcohol. Three major ones. If you're not old enough to do them, there's always an underground market for it. I completely agree with Slack. You shouldn't do it. I also live in the real world. I know that it happens.
Yeah, I mean, we've already covered this. You know, the fact that kids in Britain are some of the most depressed, you know, in Europe, and that has an outlet, and you know, smoking and stuff like that. That's where it goes. So, yeah. I mean, yeah, awkward one. Okay, so that'll do with the news. On with the stuff. Yeah. So, what have we been doing over the last couple of weeks? I suppose X-Cube 2. How are you getting on with that?
Yeah, it's still good.
Yeah, it's addictive.
It really is. USB charging. Killer.
Hi, here's my 200 watt USB charging device.
And here's my brick. No, it's not that bad. I'm getting around it. I'm doing a bit of an ad hoc, but what is worth reiterating is the display, the ramping up and down of your wattage on the display. The fact that you can long press and it will go through each watt incrementally. It's the best implementation I've seen so far of ramping up and down of wattage. It's really fucking good. It's just a brilliant lasting device. I mean, in temperature control mode, it fucking lasts about a day and a half. About a day and a half for me.
Yeah, I had actually a bit more out of it with TC.
I suppose I'm a heavy vapor though.
Yeah, I mean, that was when I was at work, so, you know, vaping 24/7.
Still hitting like a bastard. Yeah, and what was the other article? TC on the iJust2.
Yeah, so I was still rocking that. I still don't know if I'm entirely sold on temperature control. I like it as a concept. I think it's a really good idea. You know, probably is the future of vaping. But yeah, I don't know. I just compared to the regular coils, they're not as good. They're not as good.
Like I said, for the Smog, I've been rocking it in TC, and it is with the iJust2 TC coils on. It really does perform, like I said in the review, it's performing a hell of a lot better than I thought it would. Not as well as regular wattage mode, but that's the trade-off for the safety that we want, maybe, until they come up with something better. So come up with something better, you manufacturers.
Well, stainless steel's out. Let's see how that goes.
Stainless steel.
Yeah, stainless steel wire. So I'm going to be building with that soon. We'll see how that goes.
Watch this space. TFV4 was the other article that we upped, and yeah, I've been using that with the Smog, and it's an airy bastard. It is really airy. I mean, we said that in the article.
Airy and juicy.
Still loving the top fill on it. I think that is a really brilliant fucking touch. In terms of durability, and the amount of stuff that it has to go along with it, like the tri-coil, and I'm gonna be looking at getting temperature control coils for it, whether that's titanium or nickel. I don't know.
Maybe some of each for science.
For science. And the last article was e-juice, which was just up the other day.
Yeah, awesome. Some really, really great e-juices. Like Gourmet Vapes, I just loved all of them. And obviously Smiler was on there. Probably is my all-time favourite. But yeah, Gourmet Vapes, just like awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
They did pull out a belter. I wasn't too taken with all of them, but that fucking Boston cream donut, was beautiful.
Yeah, love
beautiful.
it. Just like a Boston cream donut.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And lastly, before the end, fun vaping stories.
Yeah, I don't know if it was fun.
Fun.
Yeah, not fun. Driving to work, filling up my dripper. I wasn't driving, of course. And yeah, entire bottle of high voltage Tesla, all in my crotch on the drive to work. And what you're going to do is just wearing loads of juice all over your crotch. And I don't know how much nicotine and caffeine you can absorb through your balls, but yeah, tingly. So yeah, I don't think it was a particularly fun story, but it was definitely a story.
I think the question on everyone's minds was it dark trousers or was it light?
They were dark blue, so it's not completely unforgiving. So I was walking around kind of awkwardly with sticky stains.
Doing John Wayne.
But on the upside, I smelt really nice today. Dragon fruit-tastic. It was fantastic. On the downside, I did want to kind of eat my own crutch. So.
Take that as you will.
That's how you usually take it.
Yeah, on the chin.
Yeah, so I guess what the moral to the story there is there's a company that make a product which I'm looking into at the moment called Easy Dripper. Now I thought it was a bit gimmicky. It's designed for if you drip and drive, while obviously we wouldn't encourage dripping and driving because, not a great idea because too much, taking the top off and doing the thing. What they do with that is it's like a bar optic where your tank just hangs there. Put it under, it'll do 5 drops, which is enough for your average dripper, and pow, off you go. So yeah, definitely looking into that now, just to make life a bit easier. Okay, yeah, for fun's sake, I've been using this bad boy, original MVP, with a Kanger Pro Tank Mini 3. I was trying out some 60 PG 40 VG juice, and I thought that's proper old school. I need to go old school on it and see how it goes. It's quite fun actually. It is more like dragging a cigarette. One of the other reasons I've been thinking about this lately, I've had quite a few people asking me about Stoptober, how can I use vaping to help give up smoking, and so I thought I'd go through some of my older devices. I'm not going to go into it too much here, we'll probably do something soon about that, but yeah, it's crazy.
It's interesting. I've had a few tugs on it myself tonight. The airflow on it is quite restrictive.
Yeah, massively restrictive. It is like trying to suck a sausage through a hose pipe, I think. But yeah, interesting and some nice flavours, but we won't tell you what they are just yet. Ooh, secrets. But yeah, it's Stoptober, that's fun. So everyone's on about vaping, which is good. You know, stopping cigarettes, that's really good. So
quite a few forums I'm a member of are pushing the sponsor a smoker as well to get people to start vaping and help them into it by suggesting or even sort of getting their first kit for them, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, good idea. Good idea. And yeah, just getting off the cigarettes. I mean, my lungs just feel so much better for not smoking. You know, I could even a couple of cigarettes on a night out, I could really feel it the next day. Whereas I can vape all day and I really don't have that. I have a much better lung capacity. It just works so much better.
Yeah.
I'm wearing glasses.
You are?
Shit. So yeah, I should explain the glasses as well why I'm suddenly wearing glasses. So yeah, tonight's filming has been a bit of a ball ache to say the least. We've had 2 fire alarms go off, smoke detectors go off. We've had a camera run out of batteries. We've had a camera transfer completely die. 2 minutes, took like 20 minutes to transfer. It was absolutely crazy. What else has gone on? I mean, just kind of everything that could go wrong has gone wrong tonight. So yeah, usually don't wear glasses because of these crazy lights, but yeah, chaos. Had to go pick up the dog in the middle of the night from a different house. So Smog dog's back in the house, but yeah, what a night.
We're currently overrunning by about an hour,
And the rest.
And I think we both feel like we're hanging.
Yeah, actually I'm doing alright. I've like hit my second energy. I am, however, dreading going to work tomorrow morning because fuck that. Just yeah, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck. But yeah, anyway, I think that about wraps up the vlog for this week. Next week, we hope that everything works so we can spend more time vlogging rather than dealing with chaos. Anyway, you need one of them.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching the very chaotic SmogVlog. Today we're going to be going through the vaping news and general crap of vaping. That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. We're usually talking...
Chatting crap about vaping.
There we go. Should we start that again?
Let's do that.
Okay.